There we go. All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a nice lunch break. We did. We did some networking. We got to know each other a little bit more. Sorry you missed it. Uh, if you wanted to come, this was a good chance to say hi. I I'm kind of like getting it seriously for the next couple of workshops I have in the future. Learning a lesson from 800 registrations. Only 70 people show up on the first hour, first day. Then the second, uh, I see that the numbers are dropping, or at least at the end of the day, 10 people only left. And today we had only 17 people on the call. Um, it's time for doing something differently. I didn't change anything during the day, despite the fact that I couldn't control my mood because I'm putting a lot of efforts into this, and I want us to like spread to more people. If you are interested, then you have to watch it. I at least come over and don't register just for the sake of registration. You don't get anything from that. It's just you're wasting your time registering and you're creating noise for me. But where I see it is I see it from a positive perspective. I see it that not everyone is a builder. There are a lot of wanters. They're wannabes. They're entrepreneurs. They're not entrepreneurs. If you want to build something, you gotta give it. You gotta give it a whole lot of um, efforts. And I was like literally touched by this LinkedIn post that I would like to give her some coverage. I need to find out where was it because I just replied. Um, it was somewhere, if I remember it correctly, it was Serena. Yep, Weber. So Serena Weber was supposed to join my workshop yesterday. Her daughter gets sick, and she spends the whole day in the hospital filling a lot of forms. She can't catch up, but she joins at 4 p.m., which is like 1 hour after, or maybe 2 hours later, we left the call. But she finishes it at 2 a.m. That's a very inspiring story. And she did that post here 4 hours ago and explaining this entire thing that I've just said. Um, and what she also mentioned here, which is the truth about this whole thing, is good because it's very very interesting. Like not everyone belongs there. It's just the um, kind of like builders belong there. Builders stay up to the night. Like it's my phone. It's okay. It's okay. Uh, she says in this post that she spent like literally the whole time, and she spent like, oh, actually it's 3 a.m. not 2 a.m. So until 3 a.m. They were like she was spending time and doing it. So like catching up. So salute to you, Serena. I hope your daughter is feeling much better now, and I think builders like you will change the future of AI automations. And I hope you will catch up for the rest of the session. And since you are somewhere in Germany, I think that seems to be. If you're around in Berlin, let's have a coffee in Ethos and CIC Berlin in this co-working space, and let's exchange. Thank you so much for sharing your story. That was so inspiring. I just read it and I want to cover that. Alrighty, let's start our show then. We are how many people? Okay. That's annoying. Did I start too early or what? Oh no, this is the last one. This is the one that we started before. Let me go to the new one. This one. The sound is good. The cameras are good. We can start, right? 7 people at least watching. That's good. Hello, hello, everyone. Alrighty. So what do we have here? Is Vibe Stage running? They can ask questions. Yes, it's running. Question is working. Yes, question is also working. Stay strong. You're great. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I believe like I'm someone who comes from like a very poor background. We grew up as a refugee in Afghanistan, sorry, in Pakistan, in Peshawar city, and we literally lived in shoestring budgets every single moment that I remember until I was, I think, 19 years old when I started earning some good money. Before that, everything was so bad. So I'm really resilient. It cannot break me. Like it's just a small setback. It's a small emotional thing that happened, but it's not the end of the universe. And I will stay strong and become even stronger and produce even more content like this. So just stay tuned. A lot of cool things are going to happen very, very soon. My course is getting out. That course that I have been talking about the whole day. And oh, Serena is there. Yeah, Serena, thank you. Hey, look, you guys are just like 9 people. What I'm gonna do is invite you all in Google Meet, okay? So that we have more interactions with you guys. Please join this Google Meet. Serena, you as well, if you want to share your perspective, your story, please join this Google Meet so we can stay super interactive on this session. And then we'll start the whole session in just a minute. Until you guys join, if you want to join, I will recap the plan on what is going to happen next. There we go. One person. Emery. Emery is from the current batch, the cohort number 1. Hi, Emery. How are you? Yeah. Hi, Derson. How are you? Good, good, good. Today we had at 10 o'clock our weekly updates for the cohort number 1. Emery is in cohort number 1. He is. I started my month-long boot camp last month, and he is the first member. Actually, Emery, I never told you. I'm going to tell you now on the recording. You were the first person who paid for. You're the first. I earned the first dollars from you. So thank you for that, for supporting it. And Emery is working on an amazing um, project. He's working on CareCall. CareCall is a platform that clinics can use in order to do follow-up calls to their patients. And that's so nice. Like for example, if I go to a clinic, my arm is broken, uh, the plaster and everything happens, and then tomorrow an AI agent calls me and asks me if I'm okay. I feel pain and so on and so forth. That's amazing. Hello, Anurag. Hello, Alf. How are you, Alf, my friend? We met in person. They can't. No, the voice is not coming. I know. When they talk, the voice is not coming. Therefore, I'm trying to hold as much as possible. David, Anurag. Let me see if I can find a solution that I can put you guys to the stream. Then you guys can talk and do an introduction of yourselves. But I'm not sure if I stop this, it will break. No, no, it will work, I think. All right, all right. There we go. Serena is online. Nice. Perfect timing. Then she can go first and do her. Hi, Serena. Good to see you. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, we can hear you now. How are you?
1 second. Let me just.
Can we quickly check if that sound came to the stream? If that came to the stream, then we go with this solution. Yeah. Nice. So then it works. The solution works. We do only one tab screen sharing when we are bringing somebody from the Google Meet. Alf is based out of Austria. We'll come. Let's give the microphone first to Serena. Hi, Serena. How are you?
Hi. Doing great. Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, absolutely. Can you hear us?
Yes, perfectly. Nice to
Wonderful.
see you.
Nice to see you. Um, Let me set the stage. I really want to capture this community effort, this community uh, kind of that African proverb. You want to go far, go together. So this is little family I have built online, and you guys are the top 2% of that. Serena, I just read literally 5, 10 minutes earlier, read about your story. I'm sorry to hear that your daughter was not feeling well. I hope she's doing now good. Tell us more about that.
I mean, part of being a parent,
Yes.
this how it goes, but nothing serious. She's fine. It's just it was quite it was a lesson in resilience, right? Because I had these plans of attending. I couldn't do it, but then I just like I tried to tell myself the story of like this can be an excuse or I'm just going to do it and finish it. And I thought that the pace for yesterday was great because around 2 a.m. I could actually finish and I had like the same result as you guys did. So
Oh, yeah.
that was that was amazing. Yeah.
Nice. It was like
Learned so much.
literally discovered the whole. This was my first time doing it. I've never done it before online like this. I said like, okay, let's go as the flow takes us. So since you didn't face a blocker, that's a very good plus point about this method that we started.
I might have some questions, but
Yes,
but
ask.
that's for for the later part.
You
But
know how to
overall,
how to ask questions. Go to vibestage.emilsire.com. You ask it. I will. Since now we are on Google Meet, I will also, if the question needed more declaration, I will also let you guys unmute your microphone and then ask the question. But before you do that, you gotta let me know upfront so that I can switch the screen sharing from full screen sharing to one tab so that the stream can listen to your voice. Otherwise, the stream won't be. But this recorder that I'm running on my laptop, it will capture your voice regardless of one tab being shared or the entire screen. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Serena. You have a very motivational story, and I'm looking forward online to see your story developing even further and looking forward to see what you're going to build. That's the most important part of it. Let's give a quick round of introduction to everyone, starting from Serena. Please tell us what do you do, where you're based, how can you help others, and what kind of help do you need from others?
thank you for the possibility to do this actually, and I guess like a big thank you to you for all this effort because I was just like constantly in shock of like how you can stay focused and how like you're really literally a machine on doing all these
Thank you.
documentation in the meantime. This is just like a lesson in how to actually do it, and also very useful live debugging. So I've learned so much, and I
Yes.
to take it to me a bit, I'm not like from a technical background as you guys are probably. I just like have maybe some HTML, CSS experience.
Yes.
Currently, I am with my hands deep in an AI project. I work for Ask UI as a senior account executive, and what we do is we do automation across devices powered by AI, and we have a very cool product. You can definitely check it out. And really, I thought that N8N is such a good addition to our workflow. So I'm really trying to get better at N8N, and really like the whole vibing cursor mood is gotten me thinking that I should probably continue a little bit with my coding skills because the future is just so open and it's such an opportunity, and
Wonderful.
it's to grab. So yeah.
Wonderful. And where are you based?
I'm in Bayern right now, but we're remote first. So like the company is in Berlin, so we might actually meet for coffee.
Sure,
I really
absolutely.
pondered on
We have a
joining.
really good coffee machine at CIC. I love promoting CIC because they're giving all these, sponsoring all this space and everything, and they're such cool guys. CIC is an American company called Cambridge Innovation Center. They just took over this building from Factory Berlin, and they're doing a great job in rebuilding the community. I've been a member of Factory Berlin for 7.5 years, and now CIC a couple of months now, 3-4 months since February, March. I started here. But never mind. Thank you so much, Serena. Since you have a motivational story behind that, and you're building also in public, I'm looking forward to what you build, what kind of products you build, and stay tuned on that on LinkedIn. Let's go to the next person. Please, let's keep it very, very short, like 1 minute, 2 minute max, to make sure that we get back on track, because today, right now, my parents are on the way to Berlin. They're coming all the way from US. Well, I need to be home as soon as I can. So let's be very, very fast. Derson, you already talked. Maybe Emery, you can go, and then Alf, and then you can go on.
I can go. Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Imre Détár. So I mostly dealing with AI voice agent. I'm also a member of AI voice community. I recently discovered Emil's very good materials, so I'm inspired to go on the vibe coding stage, and I'm also part of one of his first cohort. I'm developing a healthcare system for post-visit tracking. It's based on several tech stack. I won't go into details, and I'm very excited for this workshop. I dedicated my whole weekend for that. So it's very hard as being a father. I cannot help my wife. Same struggle as you have, Amo, I suppose. So yeah, till now I very enjoying the materials. But however, it's very, very exhausting, to be honest, but it's very true, and it's very deeply clarified by all the steps. So it's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Emo.
You're welcome. Thank you. Derson?
I'm Derson. I'm based now in the Netherlands. My background is mainly being a commercial side for technology. I've been working the hardware part. I just started the technical support, but mainly, hardware, hard drive, network card, but in the server. And then I ended up in the software part, but I never been a developer. So now what I want to do is become a builder, especially for business. And my biggest intention is try to build a product. I've been doing by myself, learning by, but it's very time consuming. And then I saw this, I pop up, like see this initiative that you are running, Emma. I didn't know before. It's my first time, and I think it's amazing. But as Emre said, is very hard working. You sit down and trying to avoid many invites of people, maybe trying to pull you out. But this is the only time that you can put it, or otherwise it's very difficult to be focused.
Yeah, true.
Especially in a row, 10 hours or 7 hours, right?
Exactly. I'm sorry to put you guys through that, but it's for
No,
the
it's
16
good.
years old of
It's good.
myself. I really wouldn't be proud if we can teach that 16-year-old in a rural village of any country. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, amazing job.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alf, we met in Berlin. You're based in Austria.
Hi.
Where's your camera, my friend? You look really good.
Oh, that's a really old picture. A little bit funny. Yeah, I'm based in Vienna. My passion is to automate everything I can. And Amal is a super great guy making super interesting workshops. And yes, I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
I'm also working on voice agents, but we have a lot of other projects. And this coding stack from today is very similar to our coding stack. We are working with 8 people for half a year on this, and we are now in a position to have a prototype and go on from this.
Nice, nice, wonderful. Anurag.
Hi, Emil.
Hi, Anurag.
Hi. So I'm based out of India, and
Which city?
I have
Which
I'm in Delhi.
in Delhi. Nice capital
Wow.
city. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I have gone through a lot of materials on YouTube about studying N8N, but I could not find the material which you are teaching. So I could not find the end-to-end flow, like explaining each and every part of the flow, the notes which we are learning in this session. So I would say it is very helpful. I would say, and even the material is, I would say it is free. That is like you can't get it anywhere. So I think a big thanks to you that you are doing so much contribution for us. And also I'm actually working in the healthcare domain. So I'm trying to implement the flows where we can automate things and we can streamline the flows. So that's what I'm looking at.
That's wonderful.
And thank you, Emil.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. David.
Hey, hi, Emil. Glad to meet you and see you on the Google Meet. I'm based in New York City,
Oh yeah,
so
I
I'm
read
fully
that
committed. Yeah,
message. I read that message. So sweet. It must have been very, very early for you when you woke up yesterday.
yeah. I got up at actually 2 a.m., right? So, and normally I go to bed at 2 a.m. So, needless to say, I haven't slept yet.
David,
So that just
write me a LinkedIn message. Remind me to connect you with Sandeep. Sandeep, or short for Sandy, is based in New York City, and he is also doing these AI automations. And he came to Berlin for the N8N Fest, the festival we had, and he wants to do these workshops and these activities in New York City. I would love to connect you guys, and then you discover if you want to do something in New York City or not.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks for that. I'll definitely message you about it. I actually messaged you earlier about another issue with what is it, Notion. But anyhow, getting back to it. Initially, I was in corporate America doing the entire thing, and of course, I decided, you know what, this is the best way to get involved in AI. So I'm freelancing. I'm an independent contributor, and I've developed a small program called an emergency response management system around a voice AI, right? So I actually came to meet you via Max from the N8N community.
A good friend.
And, you know, I spoke with him a very long time on LinkedIn. And of course, we connected with each other. And then I started seeing you popping up on my feed. I'm like, who is this guy?
New
then
Max.
yeah. So then I went to your channel and I listened to a couple of your tutorials,
I'm
and I was
not
like,
as
this guy.
charming and as sweet as Max, but I'm trying to.
No,
I'm
you have
learning
a
from him a lot.
not just your personality, but you have a way of disseminating information
Thank you.
and teaching. You have a very good skill set there.
Thank you.
You know,
I've
that
never
would warrant
discovered it
me.
until March this year. In March this year, I said, like, let me restart my career. Let me see what I can do. I can teach people so that I can take some pictures, and I put it on my LinkedIn because I want to do content marketing, and it turned out to be like my full-time gig now.
I can definitely tell who has that skill because my mom is a teacher. So I can so I can tell you you have a gift. You do have a gift.
I always love teaching and showing what I've built, but never thought about it coming like this. And something big is being baked, and soon we're going to announce it. I'm starting a new company around this, and hopefully it's going to be one of the successes. Because I have done 5 companies before. My agencies made a little bit money, but my startups all failed. 3 startups failed. So this time it's not a startup, it's an agency, but hopefully it's going to work much, much better than the other ones. So not in the financial, obviously that's a side effect, but in the scale side, so that I can teach a lot of more people and things like that.
Correct.
Wow, cool, David.
Like you, I have that resilient story because I'm originally from the Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, but we don't want to get into that. But thanks again for being here.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for your stories. It's so inspiring. And I think I just, when you guys were talking, and I just thought about this one idea that I think I'm gonna come with a different format. Do that might be a kind of a time slot for all these cool stories, because I really can relate with every single one of you, and I want to actually do that even more. But since we are now starting the track, since I said something about Emory, and I said Emory is a part of my first cohort, I want to talk to you guys about cohort. What is this cohort thing about? So that you don't feel like excluded. It's not a sales pitch. To be honest, the first time when I did the first cohort announcement a month ago, I was feeling so bad because I'm pushing all this free content, and then I realized that, damn, I don't want to do sales. Money is the last thing I want to be worried about. But then I saw how this entire setup that we are putting in place, especially this first cohort we put in place, is working. And then I said, well, let's do it every month then. What is a cohort is like, it's a closed group of people that we're putting together, and I only can do 10 people in 1 month. Every first Sunday of the month, my cohort starts. I'm announcing cohort number 2. It's a month-long boot camp where I'll teach everything I know about product development. Obviously not the 23 years. I won't teach you Visual Basic 6, which I learned in 2001, but everything else. It's a 1-month intensive course. It's going to kick off in one day. Like, that kickoff day will be like an intensive day like this, where we will do a lot of hands-on, set up the things, and go through the entire setup that you need in order to start your month. Then there will be weekly reviews every single Sunday for 90 minutes. We will do the weekly reviews. So since we have like only 10 people in the cohort, everyone gets like at least 10 minutes of time to present what they have done during the week. And there will be a closed WhatsApp group. So you can ask me, you will have unlimited access to me on that WhatsApp group. Emory is on the call. That's good that we have at least someone who can talk about that unlimited thing. It's not a brag, it's not a scam. It's true. It is unlimited, but with an ethical use case. So you can like literally hire me to do it for like literally for, where's something is wrong with, no, this is going well. So it's not unlimited. That means like 50 hours a week. It's unlimited. You can send all the questions you have. I'll get to it as soon as I can. But I also don't do this full time. It's not my full-time gig. It's my passion, what I'm doing. That unlimited access has this little asterisk next to it. So you need to kind of like make sure that you're not abusing that. And it's fully online, so it can be accessed from anywhere in the world. And you can like literally join with an internet access, and you should be able to learn. The entire focus of the cohort is n8n and vibe coding. That's it. I'll teach you everything what we did in the past 2 days, but in a very, very intensive way, in a way that in 1 month you will build an actual product. And the peer pressure will push you forward to build that product during that 1 month. And that's pretty much it. All right, so let's go to our course. Yes. No, ask me. What do you want?
What's the difficulty?
So What's your question?
What's the difficulty of this 1 month?
So you mean
cohort?
what's the requirement, the prerequisite of?
Yeah, why I'm asking, because, for example, the pace we are doing, it's, for example, for me, it's slow because I know what's GitHub,
Yeah.
I know some basics. So just trying to understand, is it the same or is it faster? Like,
So there is no requirement for this course. You need to know the base, like the requirement for this workshop is the requirement for this boot camp. But what we found out is that if we already have a lot of registrations, something around, I think 15 or something. I don't want to do it on the first come, first serve basis. I review my applications a couple of days before the start of the cohort. But if it didn't work out for someone, for an applicant in one cohort, it means that another cohort is waiting for him or her because of the background. There are certain questions in this Google form that will help me in my research on putting people, like the LinkedIn profile is very important. Like somebody asked me that, why do you want to get my LinkedIn profile? I said, you're out. Because I want to know who you are. I want to deal with people, not with robots. And then all these questions with these stars will help me kind of like put the right people in the right cohort so that we can move fast. And it's kind of like the same caliber people in the cohort. Since it's my second time doing it, I'm kind of learning. I think, Emery, you guys didn't have these questions when you applied through the Google form. Yeah, so I'm kind of like now trying from Emery's cohort. I found out that, okay, it makes sense that we don't put like very, very beginners with very, very experts. And if the whole cohort is expert, and then I can go super fast and we can cover a whole lot of new topics. Those 90 minutes for the next 3 weeks that we have, so it's going to be 3 times 90 minutes, 1 time 10 hours, and every day asynchronously on WhatsApp. And what we started with Emery, with first group, is daily stand-up meetings. So for 15 to 20 minutes, everybody joins a call, and then they say, I worked on this, I worked on this.
Can you say, is it individual projects? Or?
Everybody works individually. The question was, just for the microphone, the question was, is this individual projects? Yes, it's individually. Every single person works on their own project. They can join projects, like, for example, Anna and I think Anna is, Emery, do you know if Anna and Mary are joining the project? They are going to build the projects together, or what? Yeah. And there is one important note here, please. I'm willing to help people. I want to give scholarships up to 100%. If somebody cannot afford it, then you need to prove that. Approach to me. If somebody is watching this video later and they want to relate that to my story, my start as with this picture. We didn't have money to paint or weld a chair, but we had money to buy that Visual Basic 6 book and 2 computers, a Pentium 3 and a 486. This is me, by the way. If you're not that, this guy is me. If you didn't watch this part of the video yesterday. So I can provide a scholarship. So I'm actually looking to give a scholarships away so that I can have a storyline build, but obviously not for someone who's working. That's why I want to know your LinkedIn, so I see where you're working. It's not that you make, I don't know, good income and then still you're applying for the scholarship. Anyways, let's go to the work. Any other question? Then you can use this vibe stage thingy, okay? This is working. Wonderful. So what do we have in front of us? We have Git basics that we have nailed it down. Like literally a lot of content went into this. I have never ever taught Git basics this much. I should say, like, still there's a lot to it. I encourage you guys to learn more from the internet on Git. I will try to do some more content if needed, but it's a big software. It has a lot of features. It can be very, very comprehensive. So what we're going to do next is, first we're going to do Vibeflow. Vibeflow is my software. It's not a software. It's an open source GitHub repository with a few setting files, a few setup files that you will now try to put it on your computers, which allows three little, let me explain what is Vibeflow. Let me quickly go through the rest of the day. So we do Vibeflow, which is a setup of 3 AI agents together, working together to generate code, Cursor, Claude Code, and Taskmaster. That will be the setup of our project, our GitHub repository for generating this interface for Samantha that will allow us to capture a LinkedIn URL and some notes, and then that will be sent to the workflows that we have created yesterday. And then we're going to do the build voice notes for front end. Like this will be just the front end, nothing else, not the back end integration, just the front end. And we already did some work on the front end here. Dorson asked, what is it going to be? And then we kind of like took a small detour and we did this front end. This is kind of going to go into that moment. Everything will stay in the front end, like literally on the UI. We won't build or integrate with our backend integrations yet, so that we follow that isolated, simplified examples first. And then we go with this one, integrating the ingestion pipeline first, and then the query pipeline. And that should be the end of this story. And with the amount of what do you call it, details that I think this setup Vibeflow brings on the table, I'm so much confident that this whole thing will work in one shot, like literally in one prompt. It should work, because we are building like really complex things. By we, I mean my 6-year-old son and I are having a little dad and son time most of the time. When he comes back, he used to come back from kindergarten. I cannot even comprehend that the day before yesterday he graduated from kindergarten. He is going to school in a month. So his name is Ashkan. His short name is Ash. And we are building all these cool games. And this is all the product of this coding, the Vibeflow. I'd like to show you guys this one thing that we did, which is an amazing thing. And I mistakenly built this in a time for him that was a bad idea that I did. I need to disconnect one of these cameras. Which camera is that? This camera, I think it's this camera. Him at 9 a.m. or something. And this was a bad idea because what happened was he started playing this game for, I don't know, 2 hours, and he was so tired. So it is the old school game. It's using APIs from MediaPipe, and this is how it works. Oops, shoo, nee. So when I move my body, it moves the pad and ball like this. And I don't know game programming, but I know that in Visual, even not in Visual Basic 6, but in C, it was C++, I think. I built this game long time ago when I was doing DIT, Diploma in Information Technology, and ITech Degree College in Peshawar City. Hey, there we go, I lost. But you get the point. Like, I don't know shit about game programming and collision detection and so on and so forth. But this thing was built in one prompt. So it's complex, it's engaging for kids. It's like, literally, it was like shouting. It's 11 p.m. and I was like, oh my God, I need to take it easy. Next time I'm gonna do it during the day. It's not nice. So that was that. I'm not sure if you guys can see what I am sharing. I hope.
How you did that? Can you make it tell?
I just asked. I just asked this system that build me this. The system that we're gonna build. My system, yeah, the VibeFlow. So VibeFlow is now going to be installed on your computers. So because this setup is so concisely doing this concept called context engineering, can I get the key, please? Otherwise, I'll forget it. The key. So this concept called context engineering, and it's let's take a step back. Why do ChatGPT or Gemini or better Claude Code, not Claude Code, but Claude, the Anthropic LLM, why do they hallucinate? Why do they generate code that you don't like to really debug and throw it away? It's because of the context. If you don't give a clear context to an LLM, they're going to hallucinate. And what this VibeFlow setup does, it creates like a specific context for it. It puts it together very closely. It's nothing magical that I've done. You'll see it in a minute, but it's using under the hood this amazing tool that I discovered a couple of months ago. I was like literally giving a vibe coding masterclass. I provide my setup in two different setups, like two different formats: a masterclass and a workshop. What we are doing today. A workshop is hands-on. You execute it on your own, and the format of the workshop is usually with tables, as you saw in all the pictures that I've shown before, and we have champions and so on. And those champions come in and join me a day before, a week before, and I teach them how to do the entire workshop, and then they help the others during the workshop. Usually, that setup really works. But there is another setup called Masterclass, which I do. In this one, I did it, I think. This is also a masterclass. This is another masterclass. But in this one, I did a vibe coding masterclass, where literally the night before this masterclass, I got to know and learn about this project. This was 1 month ago. It was in May 27th. So 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I got to know about Taskmaster. And it was like a night before this event happening. Like literally the entire thing is recorded here. You can see somewhere that I'm stuck because there is a bug in this thing in Taskmaster. And this is the first encounter that I had with the Taskmaster. What you will see is here the magic that happened. The world pays back to those amazing projects. At the time, they were like 2 months old, I think. They had 10,000 GitHub stars. And look at this, how many GitHub stars they have today. 9,500 more GitHub stars. And they deserve to grow bigger and bigger. And I wish them good luck with this new thing that they already launched it. Yeah, they launched it, I think. They were working on something new, and I think they launched it. Look at that. They built an NPM package, but they were working on some software as a service company or something. But anyways, what is Taskmaster? Let's go and start discovering it. Before I do that, I usually give the gratitude to open source projects that they do. Like this is 100% JavaScript project. So I've been writing JavaScript for 17 years, and I feel so comfortable and loved with JavaScript projects. What it is, you'll know it in just a minute. Let's see how cool and how big the community and how fresh this product is. The whole next hour or so, you'll get to know what Taskmaster is. That part will come along. And then the the project itself seriously started somewhere around 16th of March. So that takes us to like, I don't know, how many months is that? 4 months old project and 19,000 GitHub stars. And I don't know, that many 360 closed issues and so many post requests. They cannot see the screen. Okay, okay. It's the Riverside. Vibe stage is gonna take that. Okay, I would like to take a very small break to pick this call. Supposedly, it is important. Oops.
It's connected.
So, sorry for the interruption. Let me quickly check this.
Noise cancellation is.
No, it's turned off. It's down there. It's gonna be all right. However, this other iPhone is connected. It makes this issue. There we go. We're back online again. Sorry for the interruption. And we are starting just a minute. What was the thing about noise cancellation?
It is not on, I think. I can hear the keyboard noise and
Oh, I see. It's a different microphone. I have to fix that. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so let me change the microphone source. No, this is correct. No. Yeah, can you hear? Let me know if you hear the microphone noise cancellation again. Holy moly! Now you're gonna be stuck with my face for this video feed for the rest of the session, because if I stop the session, it creates a new live event, and that's not nice. I can on the fly change this. Oh, it says you can switch. You can switch, yeah. So limitation of the Riverside. Anyways, so what we were talking about is Vibeflow and Taskmaster. Taskmaster is an amazing project right now. It's growing super fast. What it does is basically task management. Imagine like this, that it is an AI agent that talks to another AI agent, and this AI agent is the product manager, and the other AI agent is the coding manager. So we'll have two AI agents working together. So let's do this whiteboard session here a little bit. So imagine if you're building a product, you have two roles. Product manager knows everything about product, and then there is this software engineer that is running all the software for you. And then usually the product manager explains everything to the software engineer, kind of like in tickets, explain things. And then the software engineer builds it and then updates the tickets or provides updates on a daily basis. That's exactly how it's going to be. The product manager will become Taskmaster. And then the software engineer will become the Claude Code in our case. Either it's going to be Claude Code or Cursor, but we will use like 95% of the time Claude Code. So let's go to the execution time. There will be 1 to 3 steps coming soon. First, let me take you to all the details there. Since you're going to now build the front end, or at least after configuration, we'll build it. So go ahead and create the first repository in your GitHub. I will call my repository and I'll keep it public because this will become the open source repository that we will use for this project for the rest of the time. I'm going to give it a very nice name, Samantha. So Samantha Lead Gen is the project that is coming from the course. This is going to be Samantha voice notes, something like that. No, that's a different account I have. So I'm going to keep it public, and I'm going to give it a very nicely nice description. Maybe I can bring this description from here. Okay, I just create the project. That's step number 1, 2, 3. So we already covered these in the Git basics. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, where to click, and things like that. So it's all the same thing. I'm going to clone it here in my I have somewhere, I think, folder. Samantha. In this folder, I will clone it so that it can be downloaded on my computer. It's now there. Samantha voice notes. Okay. Now, what do you do next is a little bit of clunky process that is going to be optimized in the coming weeks, so to say, which will be the part of the CLI I'm working on for Vibeflow, or the part of command line interface. I'm going to work on a solution where you write npx Vibeflow, and then at enter, it works off the shelf and then it does everything. It's not yet done. It's the future that will replace all the steps that we are going to do in next few steps. Okay. So step number 1, these are all your steps to do now, is go to, how's that called? Here. Step number 1 is to go here. I'm going to share the link here on the. There we go. You go there. Step number 2 is where's that? Here. Let me think about the directories. So you click here, and then click here. Make sure that you select this one. So click, click, click. It's all clicks. Actually, step number 1 of this was creating the repository, but in cloning it in your system, I think I will just do that like this. Okay. So once you do that, then you clone it somewhere else in your file system. I'm going to do it just like outside this repository that I have cloned. I'm going to document it here because it's a little bit of a confusing thing. So this is the repository that you want to create. Get out of there. This is the repository that you cloned here, something like that. So this is the repo we built for our project. We got out of the repo on a folder, and then we cloned the Vibeflow repository, currently called Claude Code boilerplate, soon to be renamed to Vibeflow. The reason I want to rename it to Vibeflow is because it's going to have more than what it has right now. Right now it has Claude Code, but it's soon going to have more stuff, so it doesn't make any sense to tie the name only to Claude Code. Okay. Now, once you get that project here, then you go in and then type cd Claude Code, and then hit enter, and then open dots. So you need to do this, and then do this. When you do this, it will open a folder here for you. And then in here, press Command plus Shift plus dot in here. With this, you basically, with this, you show the hidden files in Mac OS. For Windows, you need to Google how to do it yourself. So when I do that, I see all these hidden files. All of these files are hidden files. You see they are grayed out. Okay. Now we go back here, and then we type cd dot dot, enter, and then cd, go to your actual project, and then hit enter, open like that. So first happens this, then you go inside that folder, and then you open that thing. So here, go one level up, go to the folder of your project, and then open it in, how's that called, file browser or something like that? File Explorer, I think. Open it, just open it is enough. Okay. So that happens, then you get this. Doom. Now you have a situation like this where you need to copy all of them from the other one and not select that one. So it goes like this. Oops. Unselect.git folder. Copy the rest of the files. Paste them in this repo folder, in your repo folder. So I'm going to do that. This is all the steps that is going to be done with that CLI that I'm going to build in a couple of weeks, so that you write one line of code and then boom, 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 all of these features are done. And there we go. So it should look something like this. I believe that you guys are following because I'm taking this time to do the documentation, which is kind of like hitting two birds with one stone. We produce the Notion with screenshots that we can go back to, and also you guys get a time to follow along. Alrighty, now that's done. I am done, like literally I'm done. Like, after this, it's talking to the AI agent. So now type cursor dot, no, wait a minute, there's one more stuff to do. It's a Docker container, so we need to think about that in a minute. But before, type cursor dot, it opens your cursor. Well, this doesn't work for you. This is a spatial setup that you need to do. So I'll show you how to do it the vanilla way, not this specialized way. You can chat GPT and find out how to do it. But it will just prolong our course for no reason, and we'll lose time. So open this folder in Cursor. Open that folder in Cursor. I'll just document it here. Open your repository in Cursor, and then what you see is a notification like that in there. We need to capture that just as soon as it opens. Otherwise, that notification goes away. Well, you won't see this notification because you don't have that extension installed yet. Not seeing the screen again.
No, screen is working. Maybe from earlier.
I need to put a timestamp on that feature. Oh no, it stopped. Oh, this is the other one. It's an old one. No, the screen is working. Okay, so what do we do next is okay. You need to install an extension. The extensions are here, and the extension you need to install is called div containers, or div container, or div containers. Or you press Command Shift X, or click that button, and type this thing. Is it internet or is it what? Why the things are not coming in? Not coming. I need to restart my cursor. Okay, so yeah, this we'll come to it later on. So you click this and then div containers. Yep. So click here, type this. Was it Command Shift X or what was this? Yeah, Command Shift X. And here, Command Shift X brings the extension. And once it's there, then click on Install. Okay, that happens. Then that's it. This part is done. Now, there are two ways to do it. I will show you. Okay, after this, right away, leave it as it is. Let's go to a website called Docker install whatever. Yeah. So let's go to open Docker desktop and then click on download Docker desktop. Okay. So that's done. You will push myself into a thing that I should do to the end. I already have it installed, so I cannot kind of like jump over it and say like do it for yourself. But let me take you to the level when it is hurting to install something and I may break, but I have it installed. I believe the installation steps will not take too much time. So I'm gonna quickly go through the questions so far. Not seeing your screen. Can we just use cursor? Do we use Anthropic key and claw? Coming to the keys in Anthropic key, we do need both Anthropic key and Perplexity key, API keys. Good afternoon, Emil. I stuck in importing SQL code into the table for Supabase. What can I do? Does it to copy SQL string? Okay, can you please reach out to me on LinkedIn? I cannot address that yesterday's question today. Good afternoon, Emil. Okay, the same question. Alrighty, so once you have downloaded the file, the Docker file, it should be like this, and then you can open it and install it and do all the things. Eventually, you should see something like this. You should see something like, not with that container in it, it should be something like this. So now I'll give a breakout room of like 2 minutes to maybe 5 minutes so that you guys can catch up and install your Docker containers. And then we'll go on to the next step. Let's say 3 minutes.
Have you already described what task management tool that you have already in your videos? Have you already explained what's that and how?
What's coming next?
Next. And, cursor, just cursor, and you mix these two together.
I'll also cover that. That's a part of the agenda. Okay. Anyone still blocked? Is everybody okay with their Docker installation? Installing, I'll give it a little bit more time then. That's Docker. That's Docker, yeah. When your computer fan turns on, that means you're running
No,
Docker.
I turned it on because
I see.
previously it was in efficiency
Okay.
quiet mode, and suddenly it started feeling like slow, lagging. Now I switched it to performance mode. Now it's performing.
Okay, you can catch up for the next breakout room. I will continue just for the sake of content, and I believe the others have already installed Docker container. So what you need to do now is leave the Docker container running on one side, and then open your cursor, considering the fact that you have installed dev containers. And let's first do the API key integrations first, and then we'll do the div container so that it can create the div container thing here. So you have this API key. Open your project in Cursor. Copy this, and let me do this step as well for you. Copy paste it and rename it to just .env. Right click rename. So basically copy this into the env file inside Cursor, and then copy paste your API keys in here. So this doesn't need Docker container. You can follow these steps. Okay. So then open your project in Cursor. This is step number 1. Step number 2 is copy this file paste it, and rename it to .env. And then get an Anthropic API key and paste it here. And get a Perplexity API key and paste it here. Check the next screenshot for the steps on how to get these API keys. So we'll do in the next screenshot on how to get these API keys in just a minute, because they're in a menu somewhere that might be helpful if I explain where to get it from. All right, so now we need those two API keys. One is Anthropic, one is Perplexity. So let's go get the Anthropic first. It's something called Anthropic console. Let me find the URL and then I'll paste it in here. For obtaining Anthropic key, open this URL. Then click here and then click here. It's just like click, click. And then default, give it a name. All right, so this is done. Now we get the API key. When we do this, test not sure which one to select, but it's just a workspace, it doesn't matter. And then click on copy and bring it here and paste it inside your cursor. Okay. And same thing we do for Anthropic, sorry, for Perplexity. Where is it? Here, API keys. Why does it not show anything? Okay, go here. I have to delete all of them, otherwise it would be too much. Okay. So I'm going to copy this and bring it here in my Perplexity here. Make sure that you have copied the API keys in the .env file properly. Once you have done that, then comes the next step. You save it. This is the important step. You have the Docker container running. So you have two ways to do this step. Command-Shift-P. Press Command-Shift-P. Then type or select open files in diff container thingy. This one.
So there is
Then
no free, yeah? In Perplexity, we need to add credit cards. Free.
yes.
You already bought it?
I have Perplexity.
You can use my key for now. I'll put my key there, but my keys, you can use them. You have Anthropic key?
Topic I just created, he did not ask for anything.
Yeah, Anthropic was free, but Perplexity probably not.
You guys can use this. I will delete them anyways. I just pasted it there. Just use it for now. Okay, so now what I do is I go to my cursor. I have everything running. I have my container running. I press Command-Shift-P. Press Command plus Shift plus P. That's basically step number 1. Step number 2 is to select this. Which one? This one. Or also type it if you can select it. And then once you do that, then you get to select the folder. Your repo folder. And then click open. There's a step I want to make sure that you get it. Click your repo folder, and then it will reopen this entire thing. And click on this little link so that you can see the console. And it's running right now. It's doing all the setup and everything. And if you see the container, then it's building this container. So see the console. All these script is generating this container and these files. So keep an eye on this one. The console, the generated files by this.
You pay 20 euro or $20 per month, right?
Big, but
The generated files by Vibeflow.
Possible to get
And
in India, I have a mobile.
this is the generated container.
Airtel, I use Airtel.
Generated
So they are paying India free for 1 year.
container by this Vibeflow script.
You are using this one, right? It's
Okay, this is done. Now,
Hero, don't use it.
for you future users, for now you can use it for future users. If I forget to delete this part, don't use it after 27th July.
use it now. You can use it now. You will delete
It's only for you guys, right now, for you.
Okay.
For today, you can use it.
Okay.
But I will delete it later so that people don't charge me hundreds of thousands of euros.
You can do it now. I think we copied it.
Maybe someone else from the online stream they're still catching up. So what happened right now is the script ran here, like literally. You can keep an eye on this final thing that it said successfully done. And you can keep an eye on all these files it generated and also this container it created. So this script, this Vibeflow, is putting everything together in one go, which would take you a lot of time to build it in the first place. Now, make sure that you see this success message. And then there's one more step to do in order to make sure that you have installed it correctly on your system. That other step is the following step. So in your cursor, click on this button. It will take you to a new terminal. I think I can do this now full screen. Okay, so you're here, you click on this plus button, or you go to terminal, click on new terminal. Well, you get it. I don't need to do this much. Should we install apps even of Fuse Cloud version? I don't know what does that mean. Please re-ask your question. I don't know what this apps cloud version. I don't understand that question. Please ask it again. You use an alternative for Spotlight search. What piece of software is that? I'm not sure. The Spotlight search is the Spotlight search. Like this is the Spotlight search. Perhaps you're talking about this one. This is Arc browser. I need to rewatch the video, follow steps, and Vibeflow setup with ChatGPT. No, just keep watching. Okay, that's good. Then I can go faster.
And what's the bit after select?
I don't know this error. This needs to be. Maybe your Docker daemon is down. Like Docker daemon is down. This means like this Docker is not running right now running. The person was referring to Alfred for Mac. I don't know this project called Alfred. Okay, so this is a very important step. Pay attention what's this here. If I write pwd here, you will see it says /work. But if I open the same thing, the same folder on my terminal here, and I write pwd here, it's the same folder, same files. Let me even do this. L pwd and pwd. Look, it's the same files, like literally same files. All of these files are the same as all of these files. But this is inside the container. This is inside my computer. Okay? Why do I need to do this? Is so that I can reason I want to run Claude code in dangerously skip permissions mode, aka YOLO mode, so that I can let Claude code work multiple steps in one go. So that I can go and have a coffee and let Claude code build something for me. That's the main idea. And if this step is done, then you are all set. There's one more step, and then you're 100% set with Vibe Flow setup. Okay, now that one last step is this. You type here Claude. Type Claude and hit enter. Obviously, you have to make sure that it's /workspace. Okay, once that is done, then you do this. Use this in all future MCP servers, because this setup that I have done already, Vibe Flow already puts the MCP integrations under the hood. It does the MCP settings for you. So select one and hit enter. Now, when you hit enter, it enters into Claude mode. Now you're in Claude code, basically. Now you are in Claude code. So in this case, you're going to, let me paste it here. So in this case, the last step of testing, if the setup is done correctly, is this. Type MCP list. And then there is the MCP integration between Claude Code and Taskmaster. And that needs to be, oh shoot, something is broken. That needs to be saying connected. Let me see what's broken. We changed this and then we didn't restart the container. That should be saying connected, otherwise then this is not working. There's another thing you need to also kind of like reopen it, and you can also select this option. And then it reloads the entire thing. Maybe this is something to do with cursor. And then maybe this way the environment variables are properly loaded. That particular message that you guys saw, sometimes it's coming because the environment variables cannot be read by the script automatically, and the MCP integrations can't happen properly. So let's go see MCP list. Sorry, Claude. /MCP list. Connect. Yes, it's connected. Connecting. Work. Please work. I have to go home and I have to pick those calls. Please connect. Otherwise, my whole tutorial is gone. It's taking time. That means something is happening. I'm gonna manually fix this. Something is broken. I know what's broken. It's basically this. Like if I do echo $, the environment variables, it doesn't load the environment variables. That's the main cause of it, nothing else. You see it's empty. It should be. If I do this, paste, export. Oh, you. This works, but for some reason the script somewhere is again broken. It used to work, but it doesn't work anymore. Oh, I see. I haven't pushed it. Shit. It's somewhere sitting in my computer. I need to push that. Where is that? Anyways, we are too far away. Let's just go with this solution. So if I put Claude now, Claude like this, since now it has, there we go. It found the API keys. Do you want to use this API key? Press yes. And now MCP list, it will connect, 100% connect. There we go, it's connected. And now what you see is 34 freaking tools connected to this through the MCP server. Look at that, it's magic. Now it's gonna do all project management in one go, literally in one go. So now we are getting to our first task. So we are 100% set up with our tool because of this connected thing. And the reason it was failing was this API keys not being exposed. And I remember that I fixed this thing. It's sitting in my computer and I didn't push it yet. The day before yesterday in AI Builders, I faced the same problem. I fixed it, I forgot to push it, and we were working on one commit too late or too old system. Anyways, so now is the time for us to go to the next step. We just did our vibe coding setup, vibe flow setup. Let me quickly do a screenshot of this. Then you should see this. If you saw an error, check if .env variables can be read using echo $. Anthropic API key. Okay, now we are set. We are done with this task. Let's go to the next task. And I hope the rest of the tasks will happen very fast. Okay, now we have pretty much vibe flow setup done. And this will become really, really easy once that CLI that I'm working on is finished. Now let's build the Vibeflow front end. But actually, before the Vibeflow front end, I would like to build the voice notes. Actually, let's give our project a nice name: Vibe Notes. Vibeflow, vibe coding, vibe notes. Same pattern. So let's call our project Vibe Note. Vibe Notes front end. What I will do is I will build the Vibe Notes so-called PRD, a product requirement document. And I'll explain what to do with when you build product requirement documents. And I will copy paste the product requirement document here. Usually I go in another LLM and build the product requirement document. Therefore, I will take you to ChatGPT. And I will talk to the microphone for a little bit. And I will also bring a few screenshots so that I can give the LLM a little bit visual interface here. So you met Christina and AI Builders when you guys played the paddle ball. So the UI will look something like this, and we're gonna create it in just a minute, but I need to paste this UI to the Christina and I just met in AI Builders monthly meetup. We played the pad and ball game that we vibe coded. This is going to be the note that will go there. And the query is, can you remind me the name of the girl I met at AI Builders, where we, I guess, played the pad and ball game? So that's going to be the query, that's going to be the ingestion, and that's going to be the query result. These three screens we're going to build. I'm going to quickly take a screenshot of this and put it to ChatGPT. That will become as a part of my product requirement document. That's done. I'm going to paste it right here, and I'll prompt it like the following. Can you please create a product requirement document and for more context, read the screenshots for the user interfaces? This is a product, a full stack Next.js project using TypeScript and with a Supabase backend integration, having a full authentication, sign in, sign up, and database access, full security to the row level security. The authentication should be used from Supabase. The name of this project is Vibe Notes. It's a voice note-taking app. I use it when I'm in meetups. When I meet someone randomly, I copy-paste the LinkedIn URL of the interested party, and I take a small note. That small note goes to an API that I provide. That API is a backend API for ingesting a text node that is stored in Supabase as a vector in a vector database. The vector database storing feature is out of the scope of this product requirement document. So you need to make sure that it is not scoped in this product requirement document. And the first screen is the ingestion screen, where you see the LinkedIn profile, where I use my phone, therefore the responsiveness should be considered. The app should be responsive. And I should provide notes either by typing it with keyboard, or there should be a microphone button. If I turn that on, using Web Speech API, I should be able to dictate, and then the transcript should be shown in real time in the notes section. Before submitting the notes, I should see a save button so that I can save it or submit it. And then it should go to that API that I will provide. That API is basically a webhook URL of an NA10 workflow that I have already created. And it should ingest the database and give me a success message that it has been successfully saved. Make sure that the transcript is also saved in real time on the local storage of the phone. So in case of any failures, I should have a retry button so it's foolproof. And then the second screen would be for querying. When I open it, it's an empty query. It's an empty screen with just one column. The field is called query message. And when I write something in that, a fuzzy search, kind of like, can you remind me the name of the girl I met at AI Builders, where we, I guess, played the patent ball game? Either I type it, or again, the same concept from the ingestion screen. Make sure that this is a reusable React component, this microphone button, something that I can press and then start talking to the microphone. Again, you use Web Speech API, no overcomplications of using an external ASR, automatic speech recognition. And it should generate the transcript of what I want to search in that text box. It should be a text box, a text area actually, multi-line text area, so that using the keyboard I can fix something. For example, the names of the names of people that I might have said it, and the Web Speech API ASR is not using it properly. And then there should be a search button that when I click that, it should hit another API, a webhook API from NA10, another NA10 webhook API that I've already created, which is not the scope of this product requirement document. Make sure that the actual query of this retrieval augmented generation query is not a part of this, the scope of this thing. And then upon retrieving the results from this API, it should show it as it is displayed in the query result screen, where I should see the answer from the AI, which could be something like, you met Christina in AI Builders when you guys played the patent ball. And also, the most important thing is that it should also show the LinkedIn profile. The API will return a LinkedIn profile, and I should have the LinkedIn profile as a link, as a deep link, so that I'm usually running this inside a PWA, Progressive Web App. So please make sure that you put this in the requirement, in the product requirement document, that the manifest JSON should be created for the Progressive Web App, so that I can install it as an app on my phone. So when I click on that LinkedIn profile, it should deep link it to LinkedIn profile so that I can open Christina's LinkedIn profile. The main purpose of this Vibe Notes is that I meet people randomly in a meetup. I have a nice little conversation with them. I may forget about their names, but I don't forget about those little conversations. I go in a corner, I turn on Vibe Notes, and I speak on the microphone that, hey, Christina and I met in AI Builders. We played Paddle Ball. And then 3 months later, when I see Christina in another meetup, I remember her face. I remember that we played Paddle Ball, but I don't remember her name. I open my phone again. I go to the PWA, that progressive web app application that I have called Vibe Notes. I open it. I say that, can you remind me about the name of the person I met in AI Builders where we played Paddle Ball? And then it should give me the LinkedIn profile so that I can go back, not only remember her name, but also her company and everything else that I can see on her LinkedIn profile. And then I walk to her in the next meetup after 3 months. And then say, hi, Christina, how are you doing? It was really nice to meet you again. And then that way I build more strong connections. That's the whole idea. One important note that you should consider is that this is not a normal product requirement document. Please do not put the section for time management. There should be no project delivery, no week-based planning. This product requirement document goes to an AI engine, an AI code builder. Therefore, time is not of an essence. It should be entirely a technical document explaining all what I've just described. So I make this as a canvas so that it creates like a canvas document so that I can review my product requirement document and then I can comment on the parts of it. This is a canvas. It's a kind of like a feature of ChatGPT. All right. Meanwhile, it's generating it. I'm gonna start reading this. This is the most important part that you can do, and you must do it when you're building your projects. If your PRD is wrong, it's GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. You're going to build the wrong product because your product requirement document was wrong. Take a lot of time. If you followed Abraham Lincoln's advice, he says, if I have 6 hours to chop the trees, I'll spend 4 of them sharpening my axe. This is a 4-hour for you to make sure that your product requirement document is done properly. How? First, like that, you make the UIs, you have a clear vision of what you want to build, and then go speak on the microphone for as long as you can. Perhaps multiple chunks so that you make sure that your dictation is not lost, whatever dictation tool you're using. Or if you're a typer, make sure that you type it in as much detail as you can. There are no right and wrong ways of doing this. So go with whatever that suits you the best. So not sure which one should I pick. It's very hard when AI gives you options. I'm going to go with this one then. Okay, so I will spend some time to read this. And wherever I see that there is an hallucination coming from AI, and then I will stop and say like, hey, why did you do this in that way and that way? So I can challenge AI and change things around. So Vibe Notes, that's correct. It's a PWA, that's correct.
Emo.
I'm reading. Sorry. What?
I think we are all stuck with Docker.
It's okay. We switch it to read-only mode. I mean, watch-only mode. We switch it from the workshop format to masterclass format. Because if I support you guys, then we'll lose the window of opportunity we have in front of us, like literally 1 or 2 hours to spin off the entire code generation, and I have a lot more to explain. And then you can catch up later once your Docker container. Yeah, exactly. The watch only. Yeah. Because I have to leave like literally in an hour or 90 minutes maximum. Yeah. Okay. Can someone check how many minutes the live stream is now? Is it touching the 4 hours? And put a timer, please, for 4 hours.
It's touching 2 hours.
2 hours?
150 to 350 now.
Okay, so, oh yeah, indeed, 2 hours, exactly 2 hours and 1 minute. Can someone put the timer for 2 hours, please?
2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm not sure if, okay, the offline handling is to temporary store unsaved notes. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. I think this is perfectly nicely done. But before going on, let me see user flow. No. Okay, that's good. Now, before moving on, I would like to enhance it with the template that Taskmaster provides. So if I go to my cursor, what Vibeflow did, it's using under the hood cursor and Claude Code and everything, and it generates all of these files, which is kind of like generates these Claude Code command files, the cursor rules files. If you end up building all of these rules and everything yourself, it's going to take you forever, but it comes off the shelf immediately. And that creates a super high quality code because of all these setting files that it does in the start. So since we have done that, if we press on Git status, you can see there are a lot of changes that has been done here that needs to be saved. So I have a shortcut key called Git CP. It's a way I will record a video on my YouTube channel on how to do this very soon. Basically, what it does is it puts like git add dot git commit dash im, whatever message that you give it, and then it git push. So it kind of combines all of that in one line. So I will put this as a initial commit, or I will call it added Vibeflow. Okay, so now I saved all the settings in the first place. Now what I will do, what else did it do is inside Taskmaster, there is a templates folder. Inside the templates folder, there's an example PRD. In this example PRD explains to an LLM that how a PRD should look like. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it right here in the very start of, didn't copy. I will paste it right here. And in the start of this, I will prompt ChatGPT like this. The product requirement document you produced is absolutely perfect. Can you please paraphrase it and put it in this kind of a context? If there was anything missing in your product requirement document, but it is mentioned in this context or in this structure or template of the product requirement document that I have pasted in the following, please fill that from your side. I will double check and review it. Okay, so now it's running and kind of like rescanning the entire product requirement document that it did. and it puts all the structure in the way Taskmaster is asking me to do, which is an interesting way for Taskmaster. Now, the next steps for us would be to generate tasks using Taskmaster based on this requirement document, and then that will make Taskmaster's life much easier to go in. You see now the structure of this became a little bit more technical, which is more interesting for Taskmaster. So with that, I believe and I trust the LLMs more. I'm going to copy the entire thing. I will come here inside this area. Inside the docs, I will create a file called product.txt and paste it. I will remove ChatGPT's message. And I will do one more thing. I will go to ChatGPT and ask, can you please search the internet and find out if the prd.txt, where should it be saved in Taskmaster? This is the website for Taskmaster, and following is the documentation of Taskmaster. Find it out for me. So Taskmaster website. And Taskmaster is a CLI. It's a command line interface. So if I type Taskmaster here and then I type help, it will give me all the help documents of Taskmaster. So I'm going to literally copy the entire thing because I don't know exactly where to put that PRD. I think it's inside the docs folder, but I'm kind of like making sure that I double check this and make sure that an LLM finds it out for me instead of me finding it out. I'm too lazy and I don't want to read that documentation. Scripts.py. Okay, it should be inside the scripts folder. Yeah, I was going in the wrong direction. It should be inside the. There is none. Should I create one? Or it's an old. Maybe it's an old convention. But it should really not matter because it's just a file path. Huh? This? Yeah, it is the docs. I remember it is docs. Docs.prd. Place your PRD documents inside the docs PRD. Okay, the LLM was hallucinating. So I put it in the right place. I put that. This is the important part. Like if I do the git status, you can see that I have changed one thing inside the docs. So I have one change. I will git cp added prd.txt so that I freeze that one little piece of work. I save it. And now comes the part of the YOLO mode, the most interesting part. I'm going to start a new terminal. I'm going to make sure that my setup is still running properly by running Claude and then by running /mcp lest. It should say connected, which is the case. So everything is working fine. I'm going to get out of Claude by pressing Control-C multiple times. And now I'm going to run this so-called dangerously skip permissions. I will type this and I will hit enter. So with this, what I'm doing is I'm entering into a fast pace mode. Holy moly, I forgot to do all the documentation here. Never mind. I will just do this. Okay, now what I will do is I'll also copy paste the PRD document in here. So where's my PRD document? Why am I doing that? It is a GitHub repository, so I'll go to GitHub. And Taskmaster docs PRD. You should get a document like this. Alrighty, so once you have that in place, then now once you enter this dangerous mode, now this is YOLO mode. This is gonna go forever. Now this is my next task. This is a very important one. Can you please use Taskmaster and create all the tasks from the prd.txt document and update Taskmaster. Do not overcomplicate it. Make the tasks one level down. It's okay. No subtasks needed. Taskmaster creates subtasks. If you do subtasks, its quality goes through the roof. But also the cost of generating that code goes through the roof because every single subtask is done individually. It becomes a little bit expensive to build that project, but it worth it. I would do it for my commercial projects. For this small project, it's okay for me to do it like this. Once I hit enter, it goes in this crazy mode. And then as soon as this particular task list that you see here is the internal task list that it is using. It found the task, the prd.txt in the right place. Now is the moment it is going to do something crazy. Look. So this is an internal task list of, let me update something here. So this part, like literally these are the internal task list. It picked the internal task list. I'll explain what does it mean. In here, it picked the MCP. So this is the internal task management of Claude Code. It picked the prd.txt properly, and it is using the MCP server of Taskmaster. This is the most important part of this entire series, that we put together right now it's two different AI agents, and now they're going in YOLO mode, and then it keeps going on and on. And right now it's bouncing back and forth under the hood, and it's creating all these tasks itself. It says it created all the tasks it says it created all the tasks successfully, and it put it here. So Claude Code created all the required tasks in Taskmaster using the MCP server. Now we will see how to check the tasks in just a minute. MCPs are amazing. So now I'm on this terminal, my computer terminal. I will keep this also maximized. So here I'm gonna write this Taskmaster list with subtasks and hit enter. On my computer, I will write this and hit enter. And there we go. Now this happens, and then we are going to see the list of the tasks that Taskmaster generated. So this is Taskmaster. This command now shows the dashboard and shows all the tasks here. So our command to see the task list. Project progress, I would say. And the list of tasks, I would say. This is all on my computer. We don't need to do it inside the container, inside the Docker container. The Docker container is only for the YOLO mode of Claude Code so that it doesn't break anything. It doesn't hallucinate and then remove my files. So you can see here, it created all the required tasks. And each of these tasks have its own explanations internally. So now is the time for me to save this in GitHub. This is one of the good reasons that why Taskmaster is better, because it creates these detailed tasks here in JSON, and I can put it inside GitHub, and I can create workflows around that. I can create different things and so on, and that makes my life much, much, much easier. All right, so now I'm gonna push this and I say added tasks or task master tasks. So this is done. Now what I'm gonna do next is I will say the next prompt for me is again a YOLO mode. This is now the moment of truth. Let me see if it picked the implement reusable voice input, build ingestion screen, implement query, configuration P, implement offline storage, implement setup, Supabase authentication, implement reusable voice input. It didn't build the task list in a way that I wanted. I wanted to see the front end first and then do the integrations. So I will ask to reshuffle the tasks a little bit. Can you please reshuffle the tasks in a way that first we should spin off the Next.js application, and then we build the entire interface reusable components without any Supabase integrations. And once I have completed the front end without any backend, just with the front end features like web speech API and so on, and then I will go to the Supabase integration. So reshuffle, reprioritize tasks in a way that the front end development happens first and then the backend integration happens. So now I'm asking Claude Code to use Taskmaster to reshuffle all the tasks back and forth so that it goes in the direction I want it to go. Kind of like task first. I mean the front end first approach. So until now it was using its own. So what it does is, as you can see, internally it takes one task list and then it goes and puts the tasks inside Taskmaster. So for that reason, it's going to make the hallucination chances extremely low. Like the number of steps that it will eliminate the chances of hallucination is super good. So it's going on. Meanwhile, I'll take questions. Sorry that you're stuck. We switched already in the masterclass mode because we are running out of time. We have only 1 hour left, 50 minutes left. So we can't do anything. Need to make Okay, so now it's reshuffling all the tasks. And it's updating the dependency. I didn't speak about dependencies. So it creates these dependency tasks. You can see that this tasks of building ingestion screen depends on task number 1 and 2, which is setting up the authentication and the interface and so on. And you can also ask Claude Code to generate complexities of this, and then it uses AI to generate complexity score so that it can evaluate which one to solve and how to solve and how much it costs and so on. So successfully updated task number 4 based on the prompt, and it goes and keeps in a loop, like it keeps executing all the updated tasks based on my instructions. And hopefully now the entire execution plan would be in a way that it will go step by step in a front end first, back end second approach, so that I can see something like tangible without any back end database integrations, not worrying about the RAG failing, retrieval augmented generation failing, or NA10 failing, or whatever failing. I will like literally isolate everything to just front end, something that's running in the browser. I can test the PWA, I can install it on my phone. I can do everything that's front end related first. Once that's done, I seal it, I send it to GitHub, I git push, and then I will do the actual back end integrations. Yes.
Test manager provide.
Excuse me. Can you ask your question?
I want to know that whether this task manager is probably making the form from the Claude scripts to proper type of the Git deployment. Yeah, I mean the role is changing the Claude scripts and whatever we have from the Claude code to format of the Git. Yeah.
Do I understand your question correctly? That Taskmaster, Claude Code is using Taskmaster? Is that your question?
Claude Code is no Taskmaster is using Claude Code.
Not the way around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. In one step it does. In the third level, okay, I will explain this. It's a very complex concept. A very good point you have asked. Very important question, yeah. So since we give Claude Code, this is how this entire setup looks like. We have one big container that is our computer. So how does it work? Emil's laptop or Emil's MacBook. This is one container for us. This is one system. Inside this system, I have another system called Cursor. It's an application. And Cursor is running in executing everything. This is one container. Inside Cursor, I have, it's not inside Cursor, but wait a minute. It's something like this. So I have Cursor running. I have my terminal running on the same folder system. And then I have a Docker container running on the same system. Okay. So Cursor has access to this entire file system. Let's assume this is the entire file system. That is something similar to this. It's a folder structure I'm trying to draw. I don't need to go in detail, but it looks like something as a folder structure. One is in Cursor. One is inside Claude Code, but this Claude Code is sitting inside. This Claude Code is inside a Dockerized container. So this entire box is a container. It's a Docker container. I'm gonna just put this thing here, that this is a Docker container. It doesn't go outside. Like whatever is happening inside this, whatever is happening inside this, it's not gonna get out of these boundaries to go inside my computer. That is prohibiting it, okay? And this Docker container has something called Claude Code installed here. So this Claude Code has one API key in here. One API key is set up here. One API key is set up here, which is or one API usage is set up here. We haven't yet used Cursor in combination with Claude yet. We'll do that in just a minute. The technique of that is very simple. Right now we are running this terminal. You press Command-Shift-I. Now, let me quickly explain that. So one thing is off our shift. So now we have this one, Claude Code, this one, Cursor. So now we have two AI agents running simultaneously. How you get this? Press Command-Shift-I. Command plus Shift plus I to open the Cursor agent. So you get this. And you can, on the same system, both of these guys can work. This guy is inside a Docker container. This entire thing is containerized. So this is a Docker container, but this is not Docker container. This not contained. So whatever this AI agent does, it goes directly to my file system. What this AI agent does, it goes to my file system, but the actual software execution of this, all the Linux execution of this is contained inside here. How do I know that? I can see it from this terminal here. This terminal says workspace, or I say PWD, it stays in this workspace. But this terminal is not that workspace, it's my computer workspace. Okay, so let's see what happened before I press Control-C. Did it finish all the task reorganization? I think it was finished. I was too fast and too deep in the topic. Oh no, I didn't close it. I just switched the terminal. So here, it finished all the tasks. It reorganized it. Let me see how the tasks are now setting up here. Did I want to show something else on the whiteboard? Not really. No, let's go. Okay, so then reusable voice components, build ingestion screen, front-end UI with local storage, front-end search with local search. Wonderful. So these task reorientation, IndexedDB backend sync. Let me quickly see it here. It's easier here. So here, now it created all these subtasks. You can see that the subtasks are in more detail. I will take a screenshot of this. Okay, Claude Code, especially with the setup that we have, doesn't have like a very good screenshot feature. I'll show you. If you're using Command-C, you cannot do Control-V. Control-V is the actual command for running inside the Claude Code. It doesn't work there. But if I'm running on my, it might be the cursor feature, but if I'm running it here and I press Control-V, you can see that a blob image is stored here. So I can do that. But if you want to do a screenshot here, you need to go here and then drag and drop it from your file system when you have done that here. Where is it? Desktop. I believe it's this one. Wrong folder. Get out of my way. So I drag and drop this one here, and then this Claude Code instance have access to that particular. Oh no, this won't have access because it's inside the Docker container and it doesn't know how to access this. So it's not going to work anyways. I'll just remove it and describe it in words. There's a small problem here. which is literally this part. The implement query screen is empty with subtasks. Can you double check the task called implement query screen do not have any subtasks, or the subtask titles are empty? The rest, everything looks fine. Double check every single task and make sure that these tasks are oriented in a way that the front end is built first, and then I have the Supabase backend integration, and along with the API integrations coming right away from the N8N webhooks that we have done before. So now this is going to go in a YOLO mode until it double checks everything. I'll quickly pick this call and come back. Okay. It's 2 hours 20 minutes. What's our current running time?
At 5. So
Okay, me too. I will. How much time we have until 5?
38. Can I take the kit to it? You also do it?
More session,
Yeah. More session.
yeah? Does it cover in half an hour?
Yeah. It is just now building finishing, I think.
Too much time for it. Yeah? Too complex.
Okay. So this is the cool part about YOLO part, YOLO mode. This is the cool part about YOLO mode, that you can like let it run and then it keeps running. Like as you can see, it's still running. And I received a phone call from my dad and I spoke with him. And I do this all the time with my commercial projects. I let it run for multiple minutes. I never tracked, but I believe if you're doing it right and there's enough documentation, you can let it run for at least an hour, I would say. So let's keep an eye on this so that it can finish hopefully soon. Thank you. Since we are still not doing anything project related, like the actual PRD related, therefore the internal task list is being used. You see this part where it's gone. These parts, like where it shows like these tasks. These are the task lists of Claude Code itself. But whenever it uses this MCP, then it's putting something into the Taskmaster task list. Once we start building the product, then it's PRD related task. Then it will not manage its internal task list like this. Internal task list means like Claude Code internal task list. It will keep updating the task lists inside Taskmaster, which will reduce hallucination dramatically. And there's like 2 more tasks to go. Find PWD. So I asked Claude Code to make sure that like reread all the tasks inside system and make sure that everything is okay, and therefore it gives me all those check boxes. It's a good practice to ask your LLM to double check everything, because then sometimes it finds those things. There we go. Now my task list looks sleek and clean. I'm gonna do this git status, change the tasks. I'm gonna updated the tasks to make it front end first, back end second. Now what I will do next is let's double check the stream. Okay, this looks good. Any questions coming from here? The next step will be thank you, Niven. I didn't get those questions. Those are too small. Can somebody copy paste that in Vibe stage? Can someone help me copy pasting all those questions from the channel and like skim through this channel? If there is a question that worth moving it to Vibe stage, go to vibestage.emilsire.com, put it there so that it comes in front of me and then I can read it easily. Okay, so now what I am going to do is show you this clear task. So use this quite often. Use this to clear the S3 of Claude Code. Good for keeping the memory clean. Use this all the time, because otherwise what happens is it starts hallucinating and starts generating bad code. The reason is because it is AI. All right, so we're build Vibe Code nodes. We're good with PRD generation. The PRD is done. We're now building the front end. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Claude Code to clear everything. It clears everything, like all the context. Otherwise, what it's doing is it's summarizing everything, and then it goes one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Oh no, it hallucinated. Stop. Okay. Let me quickly do a git stash. Since it is git, all right, it didn't change anything yet. So I want to run it in dangerous mode. So all right, so what I'm going to do is not Taskmaster clear, this clear. So make sure that you use this clear. Since Taskmaster is connected with Claude Code through the MCP, therefore, like these TM interfaces mean that these are Taskmaster related things. All right, then building the Vibe nodes front end. Let's see what we got there. And I hope it's gonna finish it in one go. So there we go, it cleaned it. Now I'm gonna prompt it like this. Can you please go ahead and read all the tasks one by one from Taskmaster, only related to the front end? What I want is all the front-end tasks to be done, like spin off the Next.js project, create all the UI as it's described in the Taskmaster task descriptions, the detailed descriptions, get them from there. All I want is like check the front end in isolation. So I will do that and let it run. Now this is going to take forever to run. I will go and check the questions. Do you have line or tool about tools connected via MCP? What do you do? What about all dots files creates by script? Oh, I see what you mean. So what Vibeflow does is it's using Claude Code in Taskmaster. Those dot files or those dot folders, the hidden files and folders are created by Taskmaster. It's basically the setting, all the settings of the two AI agents that go end to end together in order to create this kind of an environment that can run in YOLO mode, and then it can run forever in a loop, bouncing between Taskmaster and Claude Code or Taskmaster and Cursor back and forth, back and forth. All right. Is it asking me a question? No, it's going in YOLO mode. If it was not in YOLO mode, in this case, it would have asked me a question. It already decided for this that it's gonna pick the turbo pack. But one thing I'm seeing is that it's not using Taskmaster. It's using its internal task list. Oh, we didn't have a project set up in Taskmaster. I see. This is a very different behavior. I haven't seen this before. So it's creating one task internally for itself to associate it with a task of Taskmaster. So it's even better. It's even better because because I prompted it at once. I said like do all of these things. This way it will not forget it. Nice. You see, these tools are increasing in its capacities every day. All right, so what I wanted to do was take the next questions. If I give the same PRD text file to Taskmaster AI for vibe coding with Claude Code, will I get exactly the same code output every time? No, it's generative AI. Every time you'll get a different one. Do you have line or two? Okay, this we already covered. Neville, if I give the PRD text to the file Taskmaster Claude Code, I get the exact same. Okay, now it's running. It's a good question and answer time. If anyone in the room or online have a question, because we don't do anything else except seeing this running. And it's not the most pleasant text to read, I think. It's the best time to do Q&A. Questions?
I think my Docker broke my cursor.
Good luck. That's not a question.
It's probably, I don't know what to do.
Okay, let me see the online community. We have 14 people watching the show. Michael. Bye. There's a question coming from the Google Meet. Who is still there? Oh, I still have some last minute fighters still hanging out there. So if you guys have any questions, this is the right time, the best time to ask, because we're just waiting. Otherwise, I will stop the recording, and the recording is not running at all. That's stupid. Okay, I'll just wait there. There's a question coming. Were we supposed to follow along with the Claude code and the prompts you dictated? Oh, yo, that's something I should have copied. I forgot to copy that. Wait a minute. Let me see if, well, it was just a prompt that I spoke. It's nothing really big. I pasted here. I pasted the entire PRD in here, so you can take it from there. But the prompt that generated the PRD, it's gone. It's in my chat GPT. I can do this. Wait a minute. Here, I can create a link from this. There we go. So this is going to take forever because it's a very big task that I give Claude Code. I may only keep an eye on this until it fails, otherwise it doesn't fail. There is, meanwhile, I'll think about things that I could fill this time with value instead of like keeping silent and not talking at all. There are certain things I would like to personally do in Claude Code as a part of Vibe Flow. You guys will get it, which is hooks. What is a hook? I'll quickly check that after answering this question. What means YOLO mode exactly related to the sandbox and AI? Okay, YOLO mode means going forever by itself, autopilot, automatic continuation. It means Claude Code, please go and build this app for me and don't ask me for any permission, and keep executing it until you're done, you're finished. And I read somewhere that they could manage to go on YOLO mode for 7 hours, I think, but it's a configuration thing. And I just started this project a week ago or 4 or 5 days ago. No, actually 2 weeks ago, maybe, or less than whatever. At the end of the lectures that I have generated for this 57 lectures that I have uploaded yesterday, yet to be released. Only then I started this YOLO mode, not YOLO mode, this Vibe Flow thingy. But I will keep going in this rabbit hole to find out how to make it run forever. Like I prompt it and then it goes for 5 hours, 10 hours, nonstop. And it builds an entire application in those 5 hours. It may cost me like $200 with tokens, but if I build a clone of Jira for $200, makes sense. Okay. Another question, how can I get your pictures without setting Notion site for later? Oh, I see what you mean. The pictures, you mean the screenshots. I don't know. I don't know Notion so much. Like, isn't there a way that you can download these files? Here, copy image and paste somewhere. Or copy image address and go to a browser. There you have it. And then you can save image as like this. You should be able to do that. If you did put them all in a Google Drive or something, share it with us, please.
So you have engineered these taskmasters so that anything that we can, any PRD, we can apply on it?
Yeah. Anything you can talk about, it turns into an application. And I have done it in my course and it blew my mind. I have done it with the game with my son, it blew my mind. I've done it I've done it for my client projects. It blew my mind. It's crazy. So the next question is, sorry, maybe I got stuck, but we are supposed to also run the Claude Code and create the app. Yes, Claude Code actually is creating the app. Right now it's in the YOLO mode. You can see it's running for almost 600 seconds. That is like 10 minutes. So far 10 minutes, it has entered the YOLO mode. And let's see how far it goes. And one thing, I have to check my Anthropic console to see how much money I have. Otherwise, it may run out of money. So I have $16. That should be enough. Before it runs out, I should be getting this app up and running before $16 run out. And it's expensive as hell. Meanwhile, it's running. I will show you what I've built. I've shown it before in this vibe coding workshop. Yesterday, I think I showed it, but I'll just show it to you now one more time. So this is project that we built as a part of this crash course that's going to be released very soon on my YouTube channel. One of the good reasons that you should be subscribing already. And it's a voice AI agent that calls people who fill a contact form, and you can see how beautifully Claude Code generated this with all the perfections, like the way that the drag and drop works and the way that it thought about all the details. Like, look at that. If an appointment is booked, there's a tiny little check mark next to the profile, and all of these little icons with the number of phone calls happened to Jennifer, the number of email communication happened to Jennifer, the number of comments that I have taken for Jennifer, the score that the AI given to evaluate this. These are all features that I have not asked in my PRD. This is the Claude Code creativity bringing this. And it's fully functional. Right now it's connected to a database. I could use it instead of Jira or something and do all my kind of like systems. It's connected to a database. Right now it's connected to a Supabase. I can add comments and I can reply to comments.
How is it WhatsApp or is it Void?
No, it's 11 labs. 11 labs. So you can see it as now 3 comments and so on. I will add more features to this to rerun the evaluations based on my comments, add a meeting notes, kind of like here another tab that will be coming from another masterclass that I have given. We used a company from my friend called Blue Dot. It's a software that basically are Blue Dot HQ. It's a company that gives you a Chrome extension, trusted by 50,000 companies. I didn't know that they have so many clients. Wow, they grew so big. Nice. Congratulations, Ruslan. So we use this software. It's basically a Chrome extension you install. You have a Google Meet. At the end of the Google Meet, you get a webhook with all the transcript of your meeting. We get all of that meeting transcription, and then we create in that particular master class that I'll take you to in just a minute. We have done the following thing. We took the meeting, we took the transcript of that meeting, and then we turned it into a follow-up email. So it's somewhere here. So I will quickly show you, this will turn into like a feature of this Samantha, that my follow-up meetings will already automatically go to the system. This is what we did last, 1 month ago, where again, voice, this is again, I was streaming it live with my system. So here. Now we are having a supposedly fake meeting. Joanna and I are having a meeting, and we are talking. And Blue Dot is running right there. You can see Blue Dot. Blue Dot is capturing the transcripts. And as soon as we are done with our meeting, so here we're done with our meeting, it's executed. It is somewhere here. She says bye. Come on, go. And then the transcript is generated. I'll just run it a little bit faster.
Can they use with voice over IP or not?
No, it's their system. It's running on Blue Dot, so the transcription is not my business. I get a webhook. Look, the transcript is generated now. The transcript comes to my n8n workflow, and my n8n workflow is what we build, and this is the workflow that we just built. There we go. It just generated everything, and it created a follow-up email to Joanna based on that meeting. It's just exactly the same time. And now what happens is, since I have received all the transcript of the meeting, I can go and create tasks if needed, but I can at least update. Where was it? I was showing it right now. I think it was in incognito mode. So here, I can update. Let's say if it was Jennifer I was talking to, and that's a call, and then all the transcript of that call comes here. Not just a phone call, but also a Google Meet call. So all of this transcript, right now in this project, it is a phone call. That Jennifer's phone is being rang by Samantha, but I can also configure it in a way that this call also captures all the calls with Jennifer, or in this case, Joanna, that I was doing the call with. So I have my meetings on a daily basis. Automatically, my CRM is being pumped with all the transcript of the calls. And imagine what else can I do with this platform? I can also add a little chat on the right side, and I can say that, hey, did Jennifer and I talk about pricing? And then LLM will go and find out that during all those 3 calls, all those emails, yes, you guys talked about the pricing, and she was asking for 10% discount, and you give her 5% discount. So this AI-driven sales is the future of how business interactions will happen, and it's fascinating. So it's still running. Oh, it finished. Nice. So, sorry, what's your question?
This call was to the communication or VoIP, or you're recording these calls and you transfer from the recordings to the text?
No, that happens on Blue Dot. Blue Dot takes care of the transcriptions and everything, the voice over IP.
Google Meet, but also the communication.
Yeah. So 18 minutes now in YOLO mode, and it's fascinating. It keeps going on forever. Now, there is still some build problems. Apparently, the Next.js and everything is generated. You can see all this code of Next.js code generated, but it is still ongoing. What we can do is, meanwhile, I can do a code review. This is my process. I do code reviews of my code. In this case, we executed so many tasks in one go because we all want to go home, and apparently our project will not be finished. I will try to finish it during the week, or sometimes, obviously not with this kind of setup and nice kind of t-shirt and shave and so on. Maybe I will be sitting in a corner with no shave and no t-shirt, or some kind of t-shirt, and then run it. But what I'm trying to say is, like, this code, since I have been writing React code for 9 years, I know React very, very well. I think I know it. I don't know. But I will do a code review of this. So I'm going to open VS Code in this white mode so that we can let cursor stay in contact with only with Claude Code, and we just do not disturb those two going together. Klein is another AI agent. She's it is too late in the party, so he's saying hi now. Then he doesn't know that Claude Code already won my heart, and I'm taken. So here it generated this folder. This is a Next.js app. Let's start from package.json. If it made any hallucinations with that. looks good to me. It's pretty much early. I'm not sure why. Let's see which Next.js. Oh, it totally misunderstood something. It is, no, that's fine. No. What I was thinking about is whether or not it got the latest Next.js or not. 15.4 is the correct one. I was looking at this and I thought this is the Next.js format, and it got the very old one, but it got the right one. So it's fine, that's fine. Let's go to the routes, to the pages, the layout file. I have done this code review before with other ones. I was impressed, and I'm okay with the whole thing. One thing I forgot to mention in my entire, very initially, like in my PRD, was using a CSS library. I really recommend using Eero UI. Let me quickly show a few CSS libraries, a component library, CSS library, whatever you call it. One is Eero UI. The other one is ShadCN. I prefer starting with Eero UI, and then if you need to really something that's not an Eero UI, you want to bring it from ShadCN, you can combine both of them together. Why do I prefer Eero UI? Because of animations. It has animations, and I will show you only on a checkbox difference. So if I bring in checkbox from there and checkbox from here, you will see the difference in just a minute. So this is a checkbox from ShadCN on the left. This is a checkbox from, sorry, on the left, this is a checkbox from Eero UI. On the right, this is a checkbox from ShadCN. The difference that is kind of like explained here on one checkbox is almost true, and you can extrapolate it across all the other components that these two component libraries for Next.js provide, which is animations. So for example, see this. When you check this, there's a small animation happening, like a blue zooming in, a white checkbox checking in. This is Eero UI, and this is ShadCN. ShadCN like literally blinks, 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 blinks. And these little tiny details is true for across all the components of the two component libraries. Therefore, I recommend using Eero UI, and then later on, if you really needed something from ShadCN that you wanted to build, you can bring that as well in your code base. So for that reason, I always go with Eero UI. And congratulations. This is done after something around 20 minutes, I think. I checked the last time it was running was 18 minutes. I think it was 2 minutes ago. But we have the recordings done, so we'll see that in just a minute. Let me quickly, I forgot to put the meeting recording down. Whoever is on Google Meet, can you please turn off your microphone, and we can, because your microphone is also being recorded here. All right, so now we prompted Claude Code, and we asked like, go ahead and build everything in one go. It did it. Since it was like 20 minutes or so, it kept running in YOLO mode, and I didn't want to record all of that 20 minutes. Now it's back, and we can run it and see how it works. So we are here. We're gonna go to this Vibe Stage Nodes folder, and we npm run dev. It's running 3002. The other ports were not available, so it got it. Now let's run it. 3002. And it's giving us an error. So I'm gonna copy the entire error, come to Claude Code and paste it right here, and hit enter. Whatever error it is, it's gonna find itself and fix it. And this is, as a vibe coder, your day-to-day job. You're gonna copy paste errors, and it's gonna fix itself. It's very funny. So again, just for the sake of time saving. If you guys have any questions, now is a good time because Cloud Code is in the generation mode. I heard someone from Google Meets unmuting their microphone. If there is a question coming from that side, please ask. Okay, so now it's again, since it's on YOLO mode, at least we saw 20 minutes of autonomous execution. I believe that one prompt should have solved this problem. Question coming. Writing test how is Cloud Code and cursor handling. That is the I don't understand this question. Do you mean like writing tests, like test-driven development? That was the question. Yes, you can build test-driven development, and that's a good way to build software, because then in this case I didn't do it. It's just a demo. But if you ask Cloud Code to produce tests first, like kind of like red-green approach, it produces the tests. You commit the tests in GitHub. Then everything is red, and then you ask Cloud Code to generate the code and then run the test. The test runs, gives you the error, and then it goes in a YOLO mode, and then it keeps running, and that way the quality of the code is much, much better. So is it best practice to break up the prompt into smaller pieces instead of yet? Well, yeah, absolutely. What I have just done, it was a totally crime what I've done. It was just for the demo purpose. So I can show you guys something running, and then we say goodbye to each other. And we close the workshop. But what I would do is instead do this. Taskmaster is my taskmaster. I will go one task at a time. It even didn't update the task statuses, but I will go one task at a time or one subtask at a time and test it. You're happy with it, commit it, send it, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. Otherwise, it will definitely make your life harder. Okay, when that happens, this means the stream is having trouble. No? How much time we have on the timer? 53 minutes? Oh, nice. We have enough time. Yeah, 58 minutes. 53 is okay. Before 8 hours, we'll cut it down. Let's see if the... Oh.
Will that provide API?
Pardon me?
Will that provide API?
Yes, Blue Dot provides APIs. Okay, it's running still in YOLO mode. There was one more question. I have problems in copy pasting the SQL code from Supabase. I've seen this coming 2 times. Let me explain that one more time on where to get that from. And the front end is being already loaded here with a lot of bad UI. I'll go and prompt it and fix it because it's still working on it and it's not nice. So when you go to n8n, I don't remember where was it, ingestion or yeah, it perhaps was an ingestion pipeline.
No, he's asking about the SQL to run in Supabase. So
yeah, you can't find the SQL. That's what I'm trying to get here, like the documentation of. Wait a minute. I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna try to find that documentation. It was somewhere here. It's somewhere in the recordings. It was too much. Here, and somewhere here. Setting up quick start. There we go. This one.
Question before I leave.
Yeah. There you go.
So,
Here.
regarding this
Please.
different
Your question.
Yeah, I was stuck during the Docker installation. So there's a file called dev-container.json, so which we cloned from your repository. Is it important, all the content?
Yes.
Because I have an error there, and I tried to fix it using ChatGPT, and it suggests me another version, but it generates something else. It doesn't even generate, so I don't know what's the problem. I couldn't debug it.
Yeah, we can. Can you join the Google Meet, please?
Yeah.
Join the Google Meet, so you can do screen sharing, and then bring your laptop and yourself. Come here, and then we can resolve it during this waiting times when we are running something. Right now, it's and also wear those things. It's a magnet. You wear it like this. Okay, so let's see. Let's first see the taskmaster. Claude Code forgot to update the taskmaster, so I'm going to ask. Well, let me first run the project, see it, and then I'll ask Claude Code to update taskmaster. So now 3001, 3001, and it looks like this. I have something I can, let me take it to Chrome because this web speech API is not supported in here. Allow it. All right, so I just met Christina. This is a can I do this? Okay, perfect time to do bring the other Kraken into play. Enough of that. Let's bring this Kraken because of that copy paste. I have a screenshot here. Screenshot pasting works there. It doesn't work here. For some whatever reason, I don't know yet how to fix that. I'm using now Cursor, not Claude Code, and I'm going to fix this part with Cursor. Can you please see the screenshot? There are a few errors in this code base. When I'm doing the dictation, it keeps adding the transcript again and again. It's duplicating the transcript as I'm talking. And also, the CSS and everything looks really, really bad. Can you make sure that we are using Eero UI, and also please update taskmaster statuses. And since I forgot to mention Eero UI in my initial PRD document, please update the PRD document to add Eero UI component library, and also add the relevant tasks in the taskmaster, and update the current implementation to use the Eero UI components. Since I have seen Eero UI, so now you will see the difference between Claude Code and Cursor, because Cursor will get stuck so many times. Claude Code went nonstop for almost 20 minutes, and you'll see that Cursor now gets stuck, like, I don't know, in 2-3 minutes. Every 2-3 minutes it gets stuck. No matter what I did, it always got stuck. Okay, question coming. What is YOLO mode? You only live once. Huh? Is that what YOLO mode means? I don't know. Oh yeah, the super base copy function. We just said we'll come back to that. I don't know what YOLO stands for, to be honest. We can just quickly check that. Can you search the internet and find out what YOLO stands for, especially the YOLO mode, which is used in cases of code generators like Cursor agent going in YOLO mode or Claude Code going in YOLO mode. In that context, what YOLO is the abbreviation from? Like, what does it stand for? Okay, now we'll go in 2 steps. First, I'll check that SQL code, and then we'll come to you. Okay. So that SQL code is here, right here. You go here, and literally from here you copy it. If that's exactly the question you have, I'm gonna leave this to our channel. I don't know exactly what error do you have, but that error can be more. I don't know if you know the error, just paste the error. We can have a look at it. All right, so let's keep an eye on this one because it gets, there you go. You see the first thing it got stuck in is it's asking me if I want to edit PRD dot. Yes, I do. And then it will keep asking me, it will keep getting stuck. So the true YOLO mode, and right now YOLO mode is enabled in my cursor. The cursor is set up in that way. So we'll keep an eye on this. There you go. It's installing Eero UI. It's stuck. We need to say continue, hit enter, and then it will continue. There you go. It's now continuing. So cursor is always slow. I think again it got stuck. Okay, so you're ready?
Yeah, I'm still debugging, trying to at least.
Please join the call and share your screen, and then we can see it from there.
Yeah, I've requested.
Okay.
I don't need to turn on my camera, everything turned off, right?
Yeah, I will put this camera on your
Okay,
face.
cool. I'll join.
Okay.
I need to screen share, right?
Yeah.
Entire screen share. So.
Your cursor, I'm Claude Code. Look at the screen. I added like this for this screen. For this screen, it turned out that you became cursor, I became Claude. Okay, I need to keep an eye on this one. Okay, so can you close that little thing next to the Google Meet? No, close it from here so we can see your screen more. Okay.
So I'm here on a step where we need to press Command Shift P and run dev container.
Mhm.
So I'm pressing Control Shift P, dev container. This is my folder.
Mhm.
I'm opening it, and it looks different from MacBook, I guess, because it's Windows,
Mhm.
and I'm running. It starts, something is happening,
Mhm.
but then I have this error.
Can you make it big? Oh, there is some permission error. Yeah, it's a permission problem. It cannot run the Docker container. Can you show me the Docker container? Really?
So
Yeah, it's a permission problem. It's Windows thing.
but he has Apple.
Yeah, my Mac also same.
Oh, something is broken here.
Something to do with the Docker container. It can't get the permission it needs to spin off that process. Oh, it got stuck again. Wait a minute. Otherwise, we keep wasting. Otherwise, I'll take it back from Cursor, give it to Claude Code, and then we have enough time to go and do that. Yeah, it's a permission problem. I think it's going to take a little bit longer to go and drill down that rabbit hole, especially considering it is Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I need to find something.
Cursor is, yeah.
I need to find the reason somewhere here, yeah, in Docker.
I would suggest do the following. ChatGPT the hell out of this. You'll finally find what exactly is missing the permission. Something is missing permission.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So that exactly the permission thing, or maybe it is something in my configuration files in Vibeflow that apparently my user has permission and it runs on my computer, not on your computer. So one of you with MacBook, write me a LinkedIn message. Let's schedule a call. I will try to resolve it for you. Yeah. And then that should become a template that we can create a video out of that. And then it should resolve for future Vibeflow users.
Yeah. Okay, oh my God.
Actually, you can open an issue on Vibeflow GitHub repository with all the details. I'll see if I can reproduce it on my end. Okay. And then it should do this. Okay. Guys, the cursor is getting stuck again and again, and I'll ask the same thing from YOLO mode and Claude Code, and then we go all in with Claude Code. So can you please add Eero UI? There is some incomplete work related to Eero UI. Please make sure that nothing is broken. And there's a small bug in dictation. The dictation is kind of like adding text from WebSpeech API in a concatenating way. It should make sure that it doesn't duplicate the transcripts showing on the UI. So, Eero UI, where is it? Here. Okay, now you see the difference between Claude Code and Cursor. Claude Code is running forever, and Cursor was getting stuck again and again. And unfortunately, in that battle that we had, Claude Code lost, and I feel so guilty about it because I was running that show and I let Claude Code lose. It was this battle. It happened a couple of days ago. We led for 3-4 hours. When was it? This one. So we were here for 5 hours. A masterclass of running 2 AI agents here, Cursor and Claude Code. We built the same web application full stack using Claude Code and Cursor. In this particular battle, it happened like 2 weeks ago. First, we created a snake game in both. I invited someone from the audience to play the game and then give us reviews. In this case, Claude Code also won. And then we again went on building the entire web application. It kept running and running. Claude Code was good. At the time, I didn't have this Vibe flow in place. Therefore, Claude Code lost. And then Daniel came and gave a presentation of his Vibe coded project, and YOLO mode was running in the background. There were so many people, really nice, engaging conversations, especially not only from like application and technical background, but also from social background, like what happens to the future of job and so on. And then we brought in Taskmaster. Taskmaster was like literally only with Cursor. Therefore, I think Claude Code lost because Claude Code was managing the tasks internally, and Cursor had the Taskmaster underneath it. The result of Claude Code was much better than the Taskmaster result was much better than Claude Code. And we had like this very long conversation, very interesting conversation. And then the stream went down. You see, after the 4 hours, it kind of like silently goes down, 4 hours and 2 minutes, and then it just keeps loading. Therefore, I have to restart every 4 hours. So somewhere in here, I want to show you the result of the two. Oh no, indeed, it went down and then it was never recorded. The result was never recorded. It's recorded in the screen recording, and that I have never had a chance to upload the screen recordings yet. All right, and this is Dev. By the way, this is Dev. This guy is called Dev. That the guy that I was using as an example for yesterday's ingestion, and he is one of my first YouTube subscribers. I really like this community building. Look at that. Claude Code is running in YOLO mode without disturbing us, so we can have like some human communication. What time is it? How much time do we have on the timer? 32. Nice. I think at least we see one output from the UI, and then we will take it asynchronously, and then the rest of this I will build. I'll keep building, and I will append it to this video recording that I have been doing. This live stream, we can keep it there on the live tab, but a video like this is the video of yesterday, 8 hours, 19 seconds. That's all combined, and then with 4K resolution, so you guys get like really one thing that goes on forever. So here, these were these 4 champions yesterday, and you guys are 3 champions today. All right. We have 30 minutes left, and I believe on Claude Code, it's gonna give us some nice output. I've never thought that I will produce that much video. Look at this. How much is it? Like only in 4 or 5 months. 149 plus 1 coming from today. plus at least 10 talks that I have not yet edited and uploaded, plus 3 workshops that I've not edited and uploaded, plus 57 lectures that are uploaded yet not published, plus at least 20 more lectures that are gonna be an extension of this one. Well, the extension of this current is one is like day 1, day 2. There will be only 2 like this one. So it's day 1, like day 1, 8 hours, day 2, 8 hours. So the extension of this current one will turn out to be one video. So literally in 6 months, 240 videos. I went crazy on producing videos on YouTube. And I have 1,776.
You seem so comfortable with it.
With producing videos?
Yeah.
I was not comfortable. I was delaying it forever, like literally forever. And this is my very first video that I published on the internet. Not this one. This is a playlist. This one on 19th of January, 6 months ago. This one. I didn't have a microphone and I said like, fuck it, I'm gonna go on the internet and put a video there. And I built a computer use clone. I shared it on the internet, on LinkedIn. I planned the whole idea of what I'm going to build and I kept building it across 12 more weeks, next weeks. And that worked. And I was invited at DATEV, the accounting system HQ, for a talk about this. And I was invited at SAP headquarters. I gave a talk about this. It kind of like, this video kind of like literally opened the doors for me. Like I said something, I'm going to do it on this diagram thing, and I went and did it, and that was amazing. And this was 6 months ago. And I promise that I'll keep doing it until the end of this year. So no matter what happens, then I'll do that. Oh, actually, I now remember, I forgot about that I was running computer use locally. Look, it's my local machine and I'm running computer use. Computer use is Anthropic's thing for running computer usage. It's an AI agent that uses computer interface, like simulates clicks, simulates typing, operates computer for you. And I built something similar called blindclicks.dev. This is my project. Not so many stars yet. Hopefully it will get some stars someday. And what it does is explain their Docker containers and everything. And there's a video explaining how I build it for DATEV. DATEV is an accounting software, a very famous accounting software in Germany. And I have explained in this video, it's like a 4-minute long video. You can play it and then watch it and see how, this is another co-working space where I'm a member. And this was like 5 months ago.
You sell it to DATEV? It was like
No.
Or
It's an experimental project that I'm doing.
Mm.
Yeah, 12 episodes so far. But this is the vision where I want to take it, like a very declarative way to build computer usage, like AI agents that uses computer interface. It's a vision project. Only if I would have more time. Okay, so it is completed. You see the cursors versus Claude Code, it always wins. And it is running on which port? 2001, I think, right? 3001. What happened? Why does it not have this? It does have npm run dev. It's installed. It's not nice. What I'm saying, maybe cursor screwed it up. I should have git stash and ask Claude Code to start over again. I let Claude Code work on the top of cursor's work, and I think that messed up something. Right now I see a version mismatch, and I don't have next running.
Do you use Cloud Code for Task Manager? Yes.
Master.
Taskmaster, yeah, or you have coded yourself?
Sorry, say again.
Taskmaster, how do you produce it?
Oh, Taskmaster is not my project.
Oh.
Taskmaster is not my project. It's somebody else on the internet built Taskmaster. Taskmaster is by chance we both use the dev domain. That's what associated it. Oh, I see. Yeah, BlindClex is my project. Taskmaster is not my project. I wish Taskmaster was my project. It's from someone on the internet called Taskmaster. They used to put their name here. Someone from Canada or something. I think this guy. Where is he based? I don't know. Yeah, this guy probably. This guy. Okay, it's running. Hopefully it's gonna fix it. Otherwise we are gonna stash and do the old prompt again and get our UI running, and then we will do a closing and applause, and then we go on. Okay, it's ongoing. Any other questions coming? No? Nice. Okay, then I will show one feature of Claude Code that's called hooks. And I'll see if I can find a very interesting use case of hooks, which will change the way you code. Which I saw, I don't know where, if I can find it. I have an obsession about learning things. When I start learning something, I go and watch almost every video I can find on the internet. Now I forgot where I saw it, but the use case is very interesting. The use case is that when you run Claude Code, you saw that last time it ran for 18 minutes. It finished, and we kind of got to know it because we swiped and then we saw it. It was done. But what you do during those 18 minutes is important. Like when you are running Claude Code for, I don't know, 2 hours, you need to know what happens next. If you kind of like run it for 2 hours and it's finished in 1.5 hours, and you're coming back in 2 hours, you lost 30 minutes. Hooks can solve this. How? By playing a sound. So you can put a hook as soon as it's finished, it plays a sound like a song or a beep or what. Like you start kind of like do the prompt, and then you go do your dishes, do your laundry, whatever you can, which is very ironic because we should be writing code and the robots should be doing the dishes and doing the laundry. So when it finishes, then it plays a sound, and then you can go in and see that, oh, okay, it's finished. Let me check this. Now that is what one of these videos is showing. I can't recall my memory. I'm very hard to see. Like maybe you can Google like Claude Code play sound. It was like in a corner of a long video, like literally, I think it's this guy that says that how he uses 12 steps to message me agent is done. Text message me. Okay, this guy is using it with text message, very similar one. But the other one that I saw was with playing a sound. Oh, I think it's this guy. I went down the 2 weeks ago. I think it's this one. I think it's this guy, and it's somewhere at the end of this video. So he plays a sound when the project is done. Something like that. Here, OOX 2053. So 2053. So just Google for or chat GPT for OOX playing sound. You saw that the other video was like text me, like literally text me. So here you can create a hook. The hooks could be like pre-tool use, post-tool use. So this post-tool use is what you need to do. Like literally it's descriptive. Like you describe it, what to do next. And then you would write a small shell script that plays a voice on your computer. And once it's finished, and then it'll like, or maybe like play a song or something. And then you know that, okay, it's done. Until then, we need to keep an eye on this little counter that it's done, and then we'll know it's done. So you can see that in 380 seconds, which is 6.5 minutes, Claude Code went nonstop, and it's trying to tidy up the mess that Cursor did. Okay. I saw a question coming in. Can you fix picture so Supabase LangChain scale copy problem? What? Can you fix a picture to the Supabase LangChain SQL copy problem? Thanks. I don't know what does that mean. Like fix a picture? Do you mean the screenshot? This one? Please submit your question or join the Google Meet and ask your question.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please. Here.
I want to know your idea about these no-code and low-code tools and the future of it in comparison with these tools. Can we say these low-codes or these Cursor and Clouds will be good? Will we use it more than, and can I say the no-code tools will not work anymore?
So did I understand the question correctly? Like, do you say like the no-code, low-code tools like Softer?
For example,
Bubble,
Lovably.
Lovable is a different avenue, but I'll come to Lovable as well. If they have a chance of survival in 5 years, because these things are growing so fast and so big. To be honest, it is extremely dangerous time to run such business models, and at the same time, extremely high opportunity to run such business models, because a company called Base44 was acquired for $80 million by Wix.com, Base44, I think, .com or something like that, was here, .com. It's kind of like Lovable, and it was acquired for by Wix.com for $80 million. You can see that. Wix.com bought it. And this was done by one person, and it was vibe coded, a vibe coding platform, vibe coded by a non-programmer, and he made $80 million. Exactly. At the same time, what we put together in here is basically Lovable. It just needs a little bit cleaner UI. Vibeflow could become Lovable. Obviously, Lovable makes $100 million a year. It's a different beast, but it's the same context, it's the same direction. Claude Code is Lovable killer. So the future is dangerous for those kind of projects. Let me see if this thing works. All right, so I met Okay, still it's doing that crazy thing. The down there doesn't work, but up there does work. This is a screenshot that Claude Code needs to see. All right, so this works. I provide some UI. Okay, this needs to go a long way, a long way, because this is like this search thingy and everything. I met this person whom I want to remember what was the name of this person. I think we played Pattern Ball in AI Builders meetup. Can you remind me his name? Yeah, so the dictation tool and everything works. Now, when I do search, the result of search, obviously the UI and everything will change dramatically. You can see me code this for the rest of the coming weeks and finish this to become, like, turn it into a full-fledged product, like as we planned in here, somewhere here. Because we are literally, all of us are exhausted and I have to leave. My parents are arriving. This would be the end result with a full-fledged PWA and everything. The rest of everything I will be doing, either under recording, not recording, is going to be the same thing that I'm going to do here. Like literally come here, prompt, go test. Come here, prompt, and then go test. It's just an endless loop. It just needs to go from this super ugly looking UI to a very nicely looking UI, and then add the integration to Supabase, add the integration to the webhook calls from n8n, turn on n8n into production mode, and then we go on with the rest of this. So with that, this workshop is literally coming to an end. We have just a few minutes to close down the live session. If you joined us from anywhere in the world, thank you so much. It was a great 2 days long workshop. We enjoyed a lot building an n8n workflow where we get the chance to create an n8n workflow that ingested and as well queried fuzzy search. We learned everything from vector databases to n8n workflows. We started very, very basic, and we went through a lot of basic knowledge to very advanced knowledge, all of them in 2 days. But this was the thing that it could never finish this application in time without sacrificing the basic knowledge. So I prioritized basic knowledge, and therefore I generated that much of text, that much of notes that you can always go back to. Just as a closing, here you can find all the links to connect with me, subscribe to my YouTube channel, find me on my website, the Luma page, which had like 805 registrations, but only a few people showed up. And also the cohort 2 is happening soon on 3rd of August. It's starting in about 10 days. You can read and apply about that here. And with all of that, I think we are done. We're literally done. I wouldn't waste more time on just prompting back and forth, just to show you that, yeah, prompting works. But it was a great, great, great experience. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you. Bye. See you guys next time then. Bye-bye. Yeah, come over again. Yeah, anytime. Or see you in Vienna. I'm gonna do a Europe tour, and I think Vienna is. Yeah, we're starting a Europe tour sometimes mid-August. I'll be across all the bigger cities like Paris, Amsterdam, Frankfurt, Vienna. I'm not sure. I have to check. But in Vienna in October, I have a workshop, a 2-day long workshop planned. And Zurich. These are the next places where I will be giving N8N workshops. 5 cities. I don't have, like, the plans are not yet public. I'll do that very soon in a couple of weeks. Wonderful. You too. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, let's back then. Okay.